What them a go do ya now? NEWLINK and the attack now. Bring a old trendsetter. NEWLINK.
We, of course, as the defense team, Mr. Osler Senior Smith, Mr. Kamar Robinson, and Ms. Tamika Harris is not here. We respect the decision of the court. We always have to do that. But of course, there is the right of appeal. Our plans have instructed us that we should appeal and we will act accordingly. A number of serious issues have arisen in terms of this trial, to include the fact that blame was being laid at the feet of the police at Constant Spring to say that they had forced the witness to say certain things that were not true. And even persons were interviewed who were featured in this crime and released. In those circumstances, coupled with the many inconsistencies and in some instances admissions that the witness was not being truthful, it is fertile ground for appeal and we intend to pursue this. The sentences in respect of Dante Brooks is 17 years, in respect of the murder, 15 years in respect of arson, and 15 years in respect of illegal possession of firearm. Mr. Robinson's plan was, 17 years for the murder.
Yes,
for Andre Hans. Sorry, 22 years in respect of Mr. Dante Brooks. And the same in terms of the arson and illegal possession of firearm. The primary situation is in respect of the conviction itself and the grounding of the conviction. That is the main focus and will be the main focus of the appeal, because as you appreciate, once that falls, then we would need to go to the issue of sentencing.
Bless up, viewers and subscribers. Big up on yourself, man. I don't know, so they attacking boss there. NEWLINK from NEWLINK Production. Well, my viewers and subscribers, right now it is coming down to that closure, you understand, of me covering the story about MAVAD's son and everything, people with that situation, because you don't know, say, sentencing go on and them something the people and father now take it good and be something viewers and subscribers. But there's a lot of thing to it where a lot of people never hear NEWLINK cover people, and it's about the victim, you understand, and it's about the father, because you don't know, so the father was the main witness into this case of people, and he's the one who speak up and talk everything where him say him see in him own eyes, people, you know what I mean. And now I have an article, people, where this father is speaking about, and I'm telling you the sad part about it, people, is that the father say, you understand, that a Dante Brooks, who is MAVAD's son, and the other youth people, he used to carry these men on his back and his shoulder, people, you understand, when they were a little kid, and fi tell us say them are the one who come take out him own son, and him say his son was a good youth. And next thing, people, to tell you, he said his son was born on Valentine's Day, February 14, and to tell you, he born on a day when enough people celebrate love, but boy, people, him never get no love and him never get no mercy in the end. Him get a cruel and a vicious death. Oh my world, oh my precious NEWLINK. Well, my viewers and subscribers, now I'm going to read the article right in front of me so you can get the full understanding of what the attacking boss is talking about and how the father right now, people, feel knowing that his son is gone, even though the two man them who response to the murder of this son, people, get life imprisonment. No joke about it. So let the attacking boss go into it. Me feel dead inside. Father recalls how he used to carry his son's killers on his shoulders when they were kids. Jaja. The same shoulders on which 55-year-old Lasala Thomas used to carry his only son, Lorenzo Israel Thomas, as a thought were ironically the same shoulders on which he carried Dante Brooks and Andre Hines, the two who will ultimately be convicted for vicious murder of his son. Jaja. Wow. Brooks, the son of dancehall artists MAVAD0 and Hines, were on Friday sentenced to life behind bars for that brutal murder. On the night Chulups, alias for Lorenzo, was murdered, I felt I wanted to die, even telling his murderers to kill me too. Me wish we could have erased that scene. Them shoot him, try chop off him neck and then pour gas on his body and light him on the house. Wow. Me have life, but me feel dead inside. Me cry from that day to now. Me don't know how me not go crazy. The elder Thomas, who was the star witness for the prosecution, said in a victim impact statement read into the records of the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston last Friday evening. Lorenzo Thomas, who was born on February 14, a day celebrated worldwide as a day of love, died in circumstances that were anything but loving as his father watched helplessly in horror. The father, who had countless conversations with his son starting when he was in utero and cut his umbilical cord when he was born, detailed how what he witnessed on the morning of June 5, 2018 left him on the brink, forcing him to flee his house, leaving all he had lived and worked for. Clad only in a pair of underpants, the acrid smell of his son's burning flesh and his starched house is not in his nostrils. My son was the oldest child and my only son. Chulups was a joy to me from the moment he was born till he died. From the moment Jackie's mother was pregnant with him, I talked to him putting my mouth on her belly. I will speak to my son from he was in the mother's womb. I will tell him jokes in the belly, and I will tell him he must come play football like me, Thomas said in the statement. He was born at the University Hospital of the West Indies, UA, and I was allowed by the doctor to cut his navel cord. Me and Chulups had a great father and son relationship. From the day he was born till his death, we cook together, we go market together, go beach. Me and Chulups never have an argument yet, Thomas said. His dreams and ambitions for his one son, who ironically was killed while his own girlfriend was pregnant with his child, were many. Me buy him a bicycle before him start creep. Me buy him football from him a baby. Me teach him how to ride bicycle and how to play football. Me teach him enough other things too. I was teaching him masonry, but he preferred carpentry, so me teach him that, the father said further. His pain, he said, was made greater by the knowledge that his son died at the hands of people he knew. What make it worse is that Dante and Andre, who murdered my son, and a two youth who grew up in a me hand, me carry them upon my shoulder just like how me carry my son, and buy snacks for them. What them did to my son was pure cruelty, Thomas said in his statement. Now he said all he has left is his son, are memories and photographs salvaged from the boy's mother. The elder Thomas, who said he had been happy in his community, explained that he still has unfinished jobs for people there but cannot return to complete them out of fear for his life. Me lose not only my son but my life, he said, sharing how his son's mother fainted at the news of his death and had to be hospitalized. He also said he thinks her personality has changed since the murder. His despair, he said, was deepened by the fact that his grandchild will never know his own father. Chulup's son will now have to grow up without a father. We don't know at this point how me I go recover mentally, financially and professionally, he told the court, adding that he had lost 160,000 Jamaican dollars in the fire. The elder Thomas said when he was told the two were found guilty, he wept and had diarrhea but felt some relief. I want to see that Dante and Andre get the maximum penalty. Me never know them young youth they're so wicked, he stated. During the 12-day trial, which began on January 11 this year, the prosecution presented evidence from 14 witnesses based on the direct eyewitnesses' testimony of Lorenzo Thomas' father. The court heard that on the day before the murder, the elder Thomas received word that his son was going to be killed and made arrangements for his son to stay elsewhere. He later had a brief altercation with the Brooks. Later that same day, the elder Thomas said he visited his son to give him some money for food and on returning home passed the convicted men before entering his yard. According to his testimony, he went in his yard and later saw his son arrive at the home. According to the bereaved father, he for a couple hours observed both Brooks and Hines and other people standing near his fence, which he pointed out to his son. He said after retiring to bed, tragedy struck in the wee hours of the morning. Shortly after 3:30 a.m., the elder Thomas said he heard when the door to his son's front bedroom was kicked off. He heard gunshots and saw his son falling to the ground while clutching his chest. The eyewitnesses later saw Brooks, Hines, and 2 other people in his son's room. He heard Hines ask if he, the white eyewitness, was to be killed, and heard another person whom he identified as Brooks say, "No, nothing dead." He also said he saw Brooks pass a cutlass to one of the persons in the room. This individual was not before the court, who tried to sever Lorenzo's head from his body, declaring that the machete was too dull. That other person emptied a gun in Lorenzo's head. This same person then requested gas, poured some on the Lorenzo, then threw out the house and then lit a fire. Brooks and Hines, along with the 2 other persons, ran from the house. On Friday, Brooks and Hines were sentenced to life behind bars for that murder by Supreme Court Judge Justice Leighton Pusey. Brooks, who was 16 at the time of the murder, will serve 22 years before being eligible for parole for murder. He was also sentenced to 20 years for illegal possession of firearm and sentenced to 15 years for arson. Hines, who was 23 at the time of the murder, was sentenced to life in prison for murder. He will not be eligible for parole before 17 years. He was also sentenced to 15 years at hard labor for illegal possession of firearm and 15 years at hard labor for arson. Both received discounts for time already spent in custody. Jaja sees, Jaja knows. My viewers and subscribers, a whole heap of reading people. Very long article, but my people, to be honest with you and tell you the truth, see, and to see where this father is describing everything that went down, people, in this situation. All I can say, my viewers and my subscribers, I feel it to my heart. I tell you people, now reading this thing, people, and see where this father is giving details by details, people, talking and speaking about the relationship he had with his son, people, before his gruesome and brutal death, people. Honestly, my people, I feel it. You understand? And looking into the whole thing, people, yo, them wanna really do something like this, people. Yo, them not for see back road, none at all. Me I tell you the truth, and a straight facts me I talk. Them really do something like this, people. Them not for see back road. You get me? Because whatever they did have, people, whatever the circumstances be, it could have dealt with in a different situation. Zine, you could have been the tough man, be the brave one, and be the bad man. To put some lick on him, right? Yeah, man. And go out the road, and him see you tomorrow, and him have to look on you, because you put some lick on the board. But if it comes to boom, and take away him 3 points like that, my people, oh my world, oh my precious NEWLINK. My viewers and subscribers, me no feel good. Me no feel great, and a straight attack. Zine, hear the father speak out, people, and for know right now, the man have to run from him life when they got this up, people, just because of what happened to him son, and just because of the fear of him life, because he know what can happen, people, and he know the type of people he might deal with. You know what I mean? But boy, John are sleeping up, people. And yo, mankind are too cruel. Just look into the whole thing, people, pertaining to even this youth and all. Because me have to talk based on the fact of this thing here, people, this article, and not joke about it. Zine, we rate MAVAD0, yes, as an entertainer, as an artist, you know what I mean? But people, on a realistic level, his son messed up real bad. Real bad. Because a lot of people who know his son personally, people, not have nothing good to say about him. And it's just reality. A lot of people who personally know this youth, them not have nothing for good to say about him. People who go school at the time when he was going to school. You understand? So, all me can tell people, this youth make a fool out of himself big time. And I don't know at the age at the time they say he was 16 when this thing happened, people. And I'm looking to the whole thing and I'm saying, right? He may think that because his father is rich, his father is a big celebrity, big entertainer, worldwide international star. So whatever situation he in, the money that his father have can bail him out. You know, cause a lot of youth they ain't thinking, especially at a young age. You know, which at the age of 16, for me personally, I was a man that was thinking so much, people. Very smart. But for a lot of people, they're really distracted. You know what I mean? They ain't thinking, especially when they have everything just come easy to them. They're really distracted, people. And to be honest, this youth was so distracted, maybe by his father's wealth, you know what I mean? And think that, wow, this could have saved him. So him can just come to boom and do badness. And the one them who was with him too, never mean him no good. You know what I mean? They never. But all I can say, my viewers and subscribers, you know, life, boy, it's a sad situation, people. Very sad. So I just more love, you know, my people. And just stay safe and stay blessed. And we still I wish MAVAD strength, you know, and prayers, people. Because we tell us, say, he never did a good from the other day, because you don't know the current situation about his mother passing. And then, you know, his son being sentenced to life imprisonment. So, you know, say, I'm not the good people, I'm not the great. But all I can say, my people, is that just stay safe out there and do the right thing. You understand? And just stay out of problem, stay out of trouble. It don't make no sense. You free them out the road, me I tell you, are the greatest. You know what I mean? Life in a prison, oh no, make no sense, people. A freedom, me say, the attacking boss to the fullest. Life so sweet and precious. Huh. Oh my pearl, oh my precious NEWLINK. Now that's your way. So big up on yourself, people. And if you don't subscribe already, please do subscribe now and hit that notification bell so as I drop a video you will get them. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, NEWLINK Production Official. And I just want to say special big up and appreciation to everyone who is supporting our channel by giving a donation on PayPal. More love, my people, and more respect every time for that. And remember, purchase the NEWLINK wear, people. Check in the description, we have the NEWLINK wear them basil, them a shot. You can get the hoodie, you can get the shirts them, you can get the phone cases them, the coffee cup. Just support the merch and support NEWLINK. One family, one link, one team, one dream, one scheme. Fully attack.